welcome to the second half of action here. West Sound TV presents high school basketball. And it's the second week of the 2012-2013 season for us. I'm the doctor, Doc Parr from West Sound. Patricia Ann's on the camera, Kitty Campagna on that other microphone, and streaming it live for the KitsapSun.com to the community. We're up in Paulsbo as the North Kitsap Vikings host the Bainbridge Island Spartans. And Kitty, I've got to say that first half was under the control of the team from the island in the dark blue and gold, the Spartans, who get the inbound to start out, number 3.
Well, definitely, as the people at home can even see, we've got a little scoreboard up. It was 43-13 at the end of one half. So maybe it can be a tale of two halves, and it's a good start by the North Kitsap guys.
Adam Lemon with the takeaway there. Long outside shot is off, and their ball is loose, but it's corralled by the Spartans. And again, as I said earlier, the North Kitsap team had good plays. They just could not complete it, as you can tell by 13 points scored in one half of basketball.
The really good news is they shared the scoring. No one had more than 3.
That would have been 3 players.
No, they had 5 different people.
Okay.
Some had 2.
5 goes into 13. How many times?
Remember that you...
There is a free throw here or there.
Yeah, or a 3-pointer. There you are. At the free throw line, Oscar Dietrich.
The big guy, 6'7", only a sophomore too. And he got some good playing time last year as a freshman for the Spartans. So Scott is working his big people in well. Second one down.
Oscar doubles his output to 4 right now. He only had 2 in that first half.
Jacob Hill bringing it across for the Vikings.
North trying to free up a...
And Hill shot is short. Good defense by the Spartans.
That might have been touched a little by number 51.
Just underway in the third period here at Paulsville. Ooh, good block. Riley Lindsay with that one for the Vikings. So the Spartans will have to work it around outside again. And a takeaway by the Vikings. Jacob Hill will go to the board with it and put down 2. That's what the North Kitsap Vikings are going to need, Kitty.
Well, that's a whole new Viking who scored. So we're up to 6 now.
And actually, that was one of the first takeaways. Back on the other end, 6'7", Oscar Dietrich with the layup.
And if he hadn't gotten it, there was Nick Edens right beside him,
who is also 6'7". Nice score
there with 2 more.
And finally, the Vikings, maybe that's a better end of the gym for North Kitsap. Outside shot, count it for 2 for Nick Edens. You got a 6'7" guy that can shoot that 20-footer. That's not bad. That's not a bad thing.
Not at all.
Oh, ball just lost on the pass there. Tipped out by the Spartans, who quickly moved to the other end. Swanson inside Edens.
That's one of Eden's very few misses. And I got the wrong shooter for North Kitsap the last time. It was Carson Roberts who had the 2. So I'd like to give him some credit for that.
Guarded tightly out front, and man-on-man D there. North Kitsap working it around. Good drive on the baseline, but the big block on Kendall Gill. North Kitsap will maintain the possession. 16 seconds on the shot clock.
David Perry enters the game for the Vikings.
And inbounding will be Carson Roberts. Nice pass in. And again, the idea was good. The play was good. They just could not complete it.
Blake Swanson bringing it up. Pretty much a lot of the starters for this Bainbridge team.
Oh, the putback on the offensive rebound for the Spartans.
Edens with 14 points now, 10 in that first half for the second. Leader for both teams is Joey Blacker with 14.
No, they're going to call a foul on Bainbridge there. 23, sophomore David Perry is the guard out to the front. And that foul is going to be tagged to Blake Swanson. It's his first.
So do you think there's a rule when you're this far ahead, if you do something wrong, you sit? And I'm not sure, I don't always call a foul doing something wrong. It usually means that you've been guarding pretty tight.
3-point attempt is off, and the rebound pulled down by Joey Blacker for the Spartans.
Schulte sliding along the floor a little bit there.
And a nice takeaway by North Kitsap. David Perry handling. He'll elevate for the three. It's short. And the attempt at the save by Riley Lindsay.
There's nothing wrong with that idea. Just he didn't have his feet set.
You know, this is actually, I guess, the second week of official play for these teams. Bainbridge at 2-0. Nice drive and drop shot, plus an opportunity for the third there for Trent Schulte. And North Kitsap coming in at 1-1, but 1-0 in the Olympic League.
That is correct.
This is not an Olympic League game.
No. But how hard is that when your very first game counts? And so far, the way the Bainbridge team
in November.
Right. The Bainbridge team has played non-league games, but I checked out the Metro League, and there are several who are already 1-1 or 0-2 in league in that Metro.
And the Metro League is a tough league. There's no doubt about that. With the O'Day Irish, the Rainier Beach Vikings, there are some pretty solid basketball teams over there in Seattle.
Yeah, and we've gotten to watch several of them over the years, which has been a lot of fun.
3.5 left to go in the third period. North Kitsap with the ball. Nice jump shot and the 2-point off the jump for Jared Felix.
Basket by Jared Felix.
7 Vikings in the scoring column.
Perry will put a little pressure on Schulte. He gets it across half court though to Dietrich and tries the pass out. Greg Shea, jump shot is off by Dietrich and whistle blows.
If you were watching closely, Shea did the pass and then went immediately for the rebound, and he may not be the tallest guy out there, but he had the position and then was fouled.
Oh, nice inbound. Oh, and Oscar couldn't quite complete it.
It is this end of the court possibly, Doc.
Maybe so. Perry with it. Kicks it out. And that shot is off. Fight for the rebound. And, just could not walk a tightrope.
There was some tiptoeing on that sideline.
That's right. Trent
No
tried to
two-ups,
save it, but North Kitsap will bring it on in. Tyler Lee inbounded for the Vikes. Oh, nice drive. A nice shot for David Perry off the glass.
He went in so strong on that one. Really good to see.
Jump shot by the Spartan. Schulte won't go down. Second shot won't go down, and the rebound goes to Grabner. He'll bring it across half court. Gives it back outside for 2 to David Perry. Perry heating up.
Tyler Lee on that one,
Okay.
number 20.
Okay. Timeout for
heating
Scott
up enough.
Ornes. Bainbridge at the 2:05 mark at number 3. And Bainbridge only up 54-23, so Coach Ornes says time to slow down and talk about this.
Not a bad idea because they're getting some good shots, and his defense is not nearly as smothering as it was in that first half. He has a lot of his starters out there. He wants to see them working hard the whole time, no matter what the score is.
And unlike that first half, North Kitsap is finally getting a few of those balls to drop.
That is true. They've actually pulled up a little bit farther away from the basket where I don't think they feel as intimidated, which is a pretty good idea.
And you've got to move that Bainbridge defense out. When you've got the big guys just being able to sit in the paint, it's just almost impossible to do anything but those outside jump shots or the three-point attempts. So you've got to pull that Bainbridge defense out.
Especially when you have that kind of height underneath, because they're just going to be there the whole time.
Bainbridge with the inbound, and Trent Schulte handling it for the Spartans. Off Oscar Dietrich, so North Kitsap will be the recipient of the turnover. Bringing it in will be Jared Felix. Man-on-man D for Coach Scott Arness. Oh, yeah.
See, that's what we saw a lot of it earlier. Yep. The quick hands in the passing lanes.
There's just not enough room to get that ball across that paint. Oh, nice play by the Spartans. Good board, and won't go down. Third time, count it, and give a trip to the free throw line to Oscar Dietrich. 3 offensive rebounds. The offensive team is usually going to score, Kitty, or at least get that trip to the free throw line.
The opportunity is there, that's for sure.
And again, it's just you cannot teach height.
No.
6'7" on the inside, 6'5", 6'7". Coach Ordess is looking good.
Well, the things that I'm seeing, you can still see just some youth in Oscar's play. His hands aren't possibly as strong as they need to be. Several of those putbacks that should have been baskets, but he made his free throw. That is huge. He has a lot of really good things, and he had tenacity. He would not give up on that rebound.
Jacob Hill sends it over to the other side there as he drives. North working it around. Plenty of time on the shot clock, down to 17.
But for anything that may have sounded negative on Oscar, it wasn't. It's just some youth, and who wouldn't take him?
Oh, short shot. And Oscar with the rebound.
There you are.
Under a minute to go in number 3.
Number 0, Chase Colton into the game for Bainbridge.
And 11, Greg Shea. Oh, good takeaway that time by Tyler Lee.
Nice job getting out ahead fast, but not finding an opening.
Oh, good drive to that glass by Tyler Lee.
Tyler has 4 points this half, looking really nice.
Basket by Tyler Lee.
And that might be the other way to beat those big guys down inside. Just force that drive right to the glass.
And most of the time they're going to the offside, using that basket as a little bit of protection from the block.
Correct. Inside to Dietrich, and he'll get fouled. He'll get a trip up to the free throw line.
Good to see him put that down on the floor, make the move to the basket. That time he looked pretty confident in that move.
4.1 on the clock. First shot is good for Oscar.
Oscar Dietrich at the line.
Second shot bounces on the iron but goes down. 59-25.
Dietrich now has 11. He came into... Oh, I didn't realize what he was doing
Yeah,
there.
clock was almost down there. There was actually pretty good court sense on that one.
It was.
Even though it was a really tough shot. But good job there that time to get it up at the end of the third period. And it's a 59-25 lead for the Bainbridge Island Spartans, making the trip across the bridge here to Paulsbo.
Well, they're going to like what so far they're liking having made that trip. A happy day for them at the moment, but you know that they are they've played well. Their defense has been strong. I said a lot of Vikings have scored. We've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Spartans in the scoring column. Great teamwork. Well,
and again, as we mentioned a little earlier, the Metro League that the Bainbridge Island Spartans play in is a tough basketball league. Continually some of the best teams in the state of Washington at the 3A level coming out of that league. So Coach Orness, with a lot of young guys, is working them all as hard as he can to try to get them prepared to play those teams like the O'Day Irish and the Rainier Beach Vikings.
And if you notice, for instance, at the end of that first half where he was running a full court press, you look at that, go, why do you need a full court press? Well, that's why you need a full court press. You are using it as a teaching moment and not to just rub it in the other team's face.
No, exactly. And we know Coach Orness well enough that, he is a great coach and a great guy. It was such a pleasure to be able to follow them to the state championships a few years ago over in Seattle. With, of course, a few pretty good players like Stephen Gray.
There was some talent on that team, no doubt.
Kobe Gibbler. As well as some of the other guys who I don't remember the names right offhand. Really, it was a whole team effort on that one.
2 more for Dietrich.
And that's another thing I like about Coach Orness. He plays a team game. He plays a really good team game.
Well, and some of these guys end up with some big numbers, but what I'm seeing is that they take turns on who's going to get all those big numbers.
Exactly. David Perry sets up a play on the outside, and he tries to pass on the baseline into the paint, and fortunately, the only color in the paint was blue and gold, not white and purple.
And that time, really nice hands by Dietrich.
Dietrich with it now. He'll take that jump shot. Very smooth. Nothing but net for the big guy. 63-25. Perry with it. Works it around the outside. Shot is off the glass and picked up off the floor by the Spartans. And Brian Strigi will blow the whistle there. Loose ball foul against Bainbridge.
That is only the second team foul. But they say it's number 3 on Mr. Shea.
North Kitsap with the inbound.
I think we're going with the small lineup now, Doc. Pretty much.
It looks that way, doesn't it?
A whole variety of them now.
I don't see those 6'7" guys out there.
Not even a 6'5". Number 2, Grant Clausen, the sophomore, in there. We said that Chase Colton's in there. 32, Kyle Jackson. 1 is Peter Lindsay, so not a starter among them.
And David Perry up to the free throw line for the Vikings. Number 1 is good. And the second one good.
Vikings showing a little bit more offense this second half. Good to see that. Also always good to see him making free throws.
Lindsay with the drive to the glass. Shot is off. Nice offensive board, though, by number 32. That would be Kyle Jackson. Shot goes out of bounds, though, and North will bring it in. Perry with it. And again, a very young North Kitsap team. Perry, a sophomore. Whistle blows on Perry's drive. That was a nice dish.
I think they're probably calling that prior to, since there was no shot, and they will just take that one out of bounds. 14 fouls on Bainbridge.
And Tyler Lee will bring it in. Sends it into Michael Urquhart. Good pass to the inside to Adam Lemon for the 2.
Lemon able to put that one down, which he's had several of those that just weren't quite going in. Great motion offense by these guys.
Oh, that's for sure. And it finally goes in for Peter Lindsay, but it was nice ball movement by the Spartans. Oh, good passing by. There's some nice ball movement by the North Kitsap Vikings. And Adam Lemon will get the 2.
This is one of the few times the Vikings actually have some height advantage out there, and they took advantage of it,
That's
which
right.
was good to see.
Got it to Adam.
These guys don't stop moving.
No, look at that. 32 puts it down. That would be Kyle Jackson for the Spartans. So it looks like Coach Orness has two ways to go. He can either go with the bigs or the quicks.
It's pretty much looking like that, isn't it? And they're going to get the offensive foul on that particular one.
67-31 lead for the Spartans here in Paulsbo.
Follows on number 23, David Perry. That's his second.
And inbounding will be Bainbridge. Niall Gibbs sends it into Grant Clausen. Oh, nice takeaway that time. Blocked down low, ball's loose, and the Spartans come away with it. Yeah, reaching in going to be called on that one.
Or hipping in that particular case.
Reaching in with the hip. How
That
about
might be it. Urquhart just could not stop himself after that. That's the 7th foul, so they'll be shooting the 1-and-1.
Nick Eaton is at the line.
That's 4 of them, Michael Urquhart. And up to the free throw line, Kyle Jackson, the sophomore. First one's good, so he'll get a second opportunity to add to that point total. And number 2 goes through for the Soph. 69-31 lead for the Spartans. A little over 4 minutes to go in the game.
Just hoping that those of you who are watching tonight, the Bainbridge boys, tomorrow it will be the Bainbridge girls against the Central Kitsap girls.
Oh, nice play that time by Jared Felix. Whistle blows, and he'll get a trip to the free throw line. And on BKAT, the Community Access System, this is game number 1 in our doubleheader. So last week we had a Clahalia doubleheader, and this week it'll be a Bainbridge doubleheader. And as Kitty explained, one of our few opportunities during the regular season to do the Bainbridge teams because of the Metro League's financial system.
Felix a little high on that one.
Ooh, out of bounds off Bainbridge, so North Kitsap will bring it in.
But a big thank you to the Kitsap Sun for providing the streaming. And we realize that we're not always on Fridays for basketball, so look for the schedule in the paper and or on websites and see what you can find, because we try to bring you as much as we can with our limited volunteer crew.
Nice takeaway, and Urquhart sends it over to Perry. His shot is off, though, and Bainbridge with the rebound. 3.5 left to go in the game.
Lindsay decided to slow that one down. Not a bad idea.
No, a little hack on the arm there by Urquhart. I think that might be
That's
5
number
on
5.
Michael.
He doesn't get to stay in like in the pro game where he can play with the full complement of fouls.
Yep, 5, and you're out. Coach Chisholm has 30 seconds to make a change, but it looks like it's a little quicker than that because Adam Lemon back in the game for North. And up to the free throw line, Kyle Jackson for the Spartans.
Kyle's 2 of 2 just earlier.
Man, that first one is up. Rebound goes to Bainbridge, and a travel is going to be called on the outside, that time on Chase Colton.
Well, what Chase was trying to avoid is what is sometimes known as the worst shot in the world. It is the 2-point shot with your toe on the line. He was trying to get behind that line and put up a 3, but didn't happen.
Oh, into the middle, and whistle blows. It's going to be North Kitsap ball. They'll be bringing it on in.
Lemon was sandwiched between a couple of those Spartans.
At least 2.
At least 2 is right.
Back inside, and the turnaround layup to by Tyler Lee is off. Whistle blows, and it's going to be a walk to the other end of the court for the 1-and-1.
Well, that foul's going to go on Lemon. They say it actually went on 30.
That's 4 on Jared Felix. And up to the free throw line will be Niall Gibbs, a senior, for Coach Orness. Ooh, that shot's off the front, and a good rebound by Jared Felix. Perry sends it up to Grebner. Down low, good double team by the Spartans, though. So North has to kick it back out, but they try to go back inside with that double team still there, Kitty.
You got to make that pass higher.
Or
not make that pass.
Correct.
But they've had success getting in there. That's not a problem.
Bainbridge. Clock still keeps no reset. Oh, good outsider for 3 that time for Kyle Jackson. And you know, sophomore has had a pretty big impact here since he's come into the game.
He's got 7
Coach
points.
Orness.
And not with a huge amount of playing time.
Oh, good pass. And they'll call the block on Bainbridge.
And so we will see some free throw shooting for the...
That's right, the Bainbridge in the penalty. And so going up to the free throw line will be Tyler Lee for the North Kitsap Vikings.
Doc, when I wasn't looking, it got to be 72-32. I could not have told you they were up by that much.
Oh, and the putback, good. Yeah, I believe that was Lemon with that one.
Lemon with 8 points now.
Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Bainbridge handling it, working it around the outside.
You've heard of a motion offense. That's what we're watching.
Yep. Good pull down on the rebound by Felix. Sends it up quickly to Grebner. And, they're going to call player control on that one. Otherwise, formerly known as the charge. Charge it.
In a previous life.
That's right. 1:15 left to go. Bainbridge with the inbound. Lindsay will bring it across half court. They do have 10 seconds at this level. Oh, nice move inside. Jump shot off, though, and good rebound by Ethan Grebner. A lot of the sophomores out here for North Kitsap getting some real good playing time and looking pretty good. Even Lemon, who has been one of the main big men for North, only a junior.
I don't think they noticed that the clock has been running for a good 10 seconds during that.
Mercy? Is there a mercy rule? I don't remember it.
You still stop for free throws. Not in Pee-wees, actually, with the running clock.
Yeah, it's not in the high school game.
No.
43.4 seconds left, and the first one down for Adam. Second one rattles off, and rebound. Good rebound that time by Jared Felix. So, Felix and Grebner are 2 sophomores that have looked pretty good, along with David Perry, actually. Oh, good block by Lemon, but they're going to call a foul on that one.
Number 44, Adam Lemon, his third.
That will send Kyle Jackson up to the free throw line, and Kyle has had a pretty solid game since he's come in for Bainbridge. First one is in, and well, you'll get 2 anyway, since there are 10 team fouls on North Kitsap.
That is true. He didn't have to earn it, but he did. Kyle making all but one of his free throws tonight.
20 seconds left to go here in tonight's ball game. Game number 1 in our doubleheader, BCAP. Game number 2 will feature the Central Kitsap girls traveling to Bainbridge to take on the Lady Spartans. Oh, good block. But North Kitsap maintains the possession. That's it. Triple zeros up on the board, and at the end of tonight's game, a 74-37 victory for the Bainbridge Island Spartans over the North Kitsap Vikings. And it's a pretty solid-looking team out there for Coach Scott Orness.
They've had a game where they had like 86 against Squim, so big numbers are not surprising. 74 is almost keeping them down, I think. But the good news is that at least in that second half, you got 24 points for North Kitsap. They had only had 13 in that first, so much better on their offense.
Well, and North Kitsap, a lot of young players out there who were looking pretty good once they got some playing time going and kind of got into the groove of things there in that second half. Grabner was looking good. Tyler Leah Jr. out there. David Perry, very nice job. Jared Felix, very nice job. And, of course, Adam Lemon, it's kind of like he's the main man as a junior.
But he had a lot of playing time as a sophomore, and we liked him then, and I just see more growth, and when he finishes off those shots, he's going to be deadly.
Well, we're West Sound TV. Happy to have you with us on BKAT, the Community Access Channel, and those of you that watch the game live on the KitsapSun.com. Thank you for that. And this is game number 1 in our BCAT doubleheader. For those of you on the internet, tune in tomorrow, same time. We won't be at the same place, but it will be the Bainbridge Island Lady Spartans hosting the Kitsap Lady Cougars. And I think that might be a much closer ball game than tonight.
They're both undefeated, and as I was trying to say, the Bainbridge girls are going for the Kitsap sweep because they beat North Kitsap and they beat South Kitsap, so they're looking at Central Kitsap.
All right. Well, Patricia Ann's on the camera, Kitty Campagna on that other microphone, and I'm the Dr. Doc Park. We're West Sound TV saying stay tuned. We will see you soon.